Hi, this is Dr. Anthony. For today, I'm going to discuss with you on how to lose belly fat naturally. We know that fat, carbohydrate, and protein are three most important structural components for the human body. But they are not only for the building block of the human body, but they're also very important for the functional activity. For fat, one of the most important functions is energy storage. When we eat excess food and we use some of our energy activity, but the excess part of food, such as fat and carbohydrate, will be transformed to fat, and the energy will store in the human body as form of fat. And there are three different kinds of fat, and one of the most important fat is triglyceride. This is the fat that circulates in the human body. It's in the blood. This is when we see doctor, and the most important parameter we look at is triglyceride. And the high triglyceride will have very bad impact to your cardiovascular health, because this, like ordinary fat, it was deposited on your blood vessel and cause very serious consequences. The second fat is subcutaneous fat, and this fat is generally lies below the skin surface, and that's really important for your elasticity of the skin and for your general health. And the third one is visceral fat, and that, generally speaking, also called belly fat. So the belly fat we're talking about generally have two parts. One is visceral fat. This is inside of your body. It surrounds internal organs. And then also have subcutaneous fat. It's combined. And both fat may have some kind of detrimental effect to the health. As I mentioned, proper amount of fat is good for the human body, but excess of fat may create very detrimental effect to our health. And because the fat not just sit there, it acting like an organ which secretes many hormones and chemicals. And these hormones and chemicals can have an effect on every organ of the human body, and it causes cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, and cancers. And here just an example that we show this fat distribution. And the two people, the most have same height. And normally we have distribution of fat along this subcutaneous. So usually the visceral fat is not necessary. And here's the normal people. And in the people with obesity, and the biggest difference that is the fat accumulates, the most impact, because the weight is come from fat. And the fat creates very huge impact into your health. And when you look very carefully, because these people carry about 2 times the weight, actually like carry out 2 people. So you can see in his ankle is already deformed. This just shows that how detrimental effect of fat to the overall human body. So how to prevent this belly fat? And so there are only 2 very important facts. One is diet, another is exercise. And so for diet, that we need to control our diet. So we just to make sure we have limited in uptake. And Besides this, even so, if we uptake some extra fat, but there's also possibility we can do some exercise to consume it. So these two facts will help us to keep our balance on the fat and metabolism, so we don't carry out too much belly fat. Unfortunately, only in the general population, only very small portion of people which can control the belly fat through their own efforts, and either diet or exercise. And we know that so many reasons that we cannot control belly fat, such as genetic fact. Some people just inherit genes which allow them easily to deposit to create fat. And so if you would not carry out your own research on how to reduce belly fat, you go to the internet, you will find thousands of methods, and it will take you time and effort to find the best way that fit you to your situation. And you need to try different trial and error. But in this article, I'm going to introduce a very, very established belly fat reduction program. And the program is called Fat Belly Fix System. And this system can be universally used for anyone, even if you have an injury, because in this program, you don't need to do extensive exercise, and also you don't need to starve to yourself. And you can just use procedure described in this system, and you have potential to reduce your belly fat. And the most important part of this system is come with our ebook. And in the book, focus on provide you the knowledge and information to help you understand the principle of preventing and get rid of belly fat. Basically, this program have two principles that described above before, that one is the diet and not exercise. And the diet just makes sure that the uptake of fat is limited. The second part is energy transfer. So when you exercise or burn your fat, make sure we don't use carbohydrate. We want to not burn high carbohydrate. Instead, we need to burn our fat. And that's the basic principle. Besides this, and this program also brings you 3 bonus items. And first one is that 7 minutes fat belly protocol, and this very simple exercise, such as fiber activation, tension movement, asymmetric exercise. And this procedure will help you to reduce your belly fat. And the exercise is very simple. And even though you have injury, you can still carry out this exercise. And they also provide a recipe for smooth recipe. And the recipes will identify some very tasty food or vegetables, and then you mix up all these components, and it's very simple. You just blend it and get very delicious and nutritious smoothie. So you drink this, and then you have some kind of effect of burning your fat. And besides this, and this program also bring you the personal coaching. And so this first we can join a closed Facebook group. And in this group, there are 1,000 people which for this program. And not only you can access all this member, but also the coach will be there once a week, or if you need, maybe daily, you can ask questions, ask for instructions on how to do your weight loss, to reach your weight loss goals. As mentioned earlier, that this the program is pretty simple, and he just gave you a brief description how to use the program. And in the book, they have several examples to tell you how to burn your fat. And one example is the mass fat burning hormone. And the hormone described in the book is leptin. We know leptin is fat burning hormone. And so the program will expose you to how to make you to produce more leptin and to help you to burn fat potential to 1,300 times % higher. And again, just simple ways to activate your hormone. You need some extra exercise or food. And the second example is white fat fuel. Most of us will get used to like sugar and the sugar stuff, and that program will tell you how to stop craving for sugar and sugar stuff. And as you know that the sugar contributes to the continued accumulation white fat. So by use this method, will train your body to put more brown fat instead of white fat. So the old white fat will be going off. So if you want to store brown fat. Another method is the thyroid accelerator. And we know the thyroid secretes the series hormones. And that hormones is very important for the body's metabolism. So this program will introduce you to reactivate your thyroid, and with your functional thyroid enhanced, so you accelerate your thyroid function, and will enhance the burning of your belly fat. Overall, the program, the fat belly fat system is really it's a very established program to have used for thousands of people to reduce the fat, and it's very effective. And because all the procedure is natural and it's very safe, and also it's very cheap. So this program costs you only $37, so you can use for your lifetime. And also, this program will be, you have all the support, include lifetime Facebook group. So you can access a group of like-minded people. And I strongly suggest you try this program. And also they have come with 6-day money-back guarantee. So it's very safe to try. So that's it for this program. So if you like our program, please subscribe to our channel. And also you have comments and or suggestions, just leave below. And see you next week.